Hey guys, thanks for clicking. Today's Thanksgiving, and one of the things I'm most thankful for are all the amazing teachers out there. You guys are absolutely wonderful. So I want to share a couple things about our homework process that's kind of related to teachers. Currently, my son's in third grade, so I've had kids from kindergarten up to third grade. And normally, what has happened is that they would go to school and come back with homework. Our homework process has always been that when they come home from school, we talk about our day, because that's the number one thing, is to find out how everything went, if anything went bad or good, to let me know so we can have that conversation, how we can do things differently, or I'm proud of, or how proud I am of him for doing something the right way. The next thing we would do is we talk about homework. What homework do you have? And I'd already know if they'd had homework or not, but that would be the number two thing that we would do is the homework. And the rule was we wouldn't do anything fun until the homework was completed. Now, I have a pretty flexible job where I work from home, so it wouldn't be an issue for me to take 20 minutes out of my day to talk to my son about this day and then start his homework. I know that's not the case for everybody. I'm just kind of lucky that way. Kindergarten doesn't always give homework, but they do have a lot of sight words, and so what we would do is we would go over a set number of sight words when he came home from school, and so that would be kind of like our homework. There were times where they would argue like, no, I don't want to do it, and I would just basically say, that's fine, you don't have to do it right now, but we're not really going to do anything fun until we get it done. So if we want to have fun later on in the day, we need to get the homework out of the way. Did not mean to make that rhyme. Sometimes, again, it would be a little bit of a fight, but overall, after a couple minutes, they would be like, okay, let's do it. Or I would make sure that we focused on something really easy so they got that quick success and they got it in their head going, okay, yeah, I can do this, this is great. Let's see. As they got older, of course, I'd go in there, we'd go over their homework and go page by page. And then there were times where I knew that he knew what he was doing. He just needed to be directed to make sure he started his homework, and then I could go away and come back to check on him and see how everything went. After that, make sure if you needed a snack, have some sort of snack, and then it was fun time. What we would do is, like, we may throw the football around or play tag or some sort of game outside where we're running around, and then I'd go back to work for a little bit and he'd play with his guys or cars or whatever. Made sure that's not the only time we talked about educational stuff. So basically, anytime you can, you want to ask them some questions that they may not be expecting. Ask them some math questions. Ask them some reading or letters. Part of our bedtime process is that we read, and so when we started, I would read to him, and then we slowly transitioned from me reading to him reading, and now he reads to me at bedtime, and it's great. I think that's helped him pass his grade level in reading, especially since he started behind. So yeah, find other opportunities where you can start asking them questions that you know that they would learn in school. We live right by the University of Illinois, so we've gone to a few basketball games, and so I think that was a great opportunity to do math. I'd be able to ask, hey, how much are the Illini winning by now? And he'd do the math, and then every couple of minutes I'd ask him again, now how much are we winning by? Now how much are we winning by? Hopefully I didn't have to ask him how much we were losing by. It happened a couple times, but he's been a really good luck charm for them. So, and I think we're going to be awesome this year. So yeah, we just try to make it fun as possible, whether it's reading, have them read signs. So we would go for bike rides, and we'd stop and I'd have him read a sign, how many words he can know. Find the sight words. So kindergarten, it's a lot of sight words. They do things a little differently from when I was a kid, way back when. So sight words are big. So when my son was in kindergarten and first grade, we would start looking for those sight words. Where can we find some of those sight words that he was aware of? In second grade, first and second grade, they did a lot of spelling tests. So every Friday they would have a spelling test. So I made sure that throughout the week, in the morning before we went to the bus, we would go over all the spelling words at least once or twice, so that way he was comfortable getting at least most of them right. And he did really well. Speaking of him, make sure you check out our other channel, Silly Pots. It's where we do some comedy skits, just some funny stuff. I'm sure you'll like some of that stuff. And for this channel, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like. If you have suggestions or comments, please leave them below as well. I'll try to do my best to respond to every single one of them. And thanks, have a great day. Again, happy Thanksgiving, gobble gobble.